Okay, hello guys, welcome to the flat corner module. The flat corners is one of those corners that you need to get through fast because it's on those ones that most people are losing time. And that's exactly the point. It is when people are losing time that you need to gain some. And that is starting from the flat corner. On the flat corner, like on most corners to be fair, open your trajectories. That will allow you to turn smoothly and faster. On that turn, you will be standing in braking position. Try to drive a bit slower to avoid sliding off or doing any other mistakes. Because sliding happens often on those corners. To avoid that, try to seek a better grip on any kind of rooted path. Seek for support for your wheels to turn. If you found a good line but it's too late to take it, don't rush, continue yours and try to remember it for the next time around. Don't be afraid to try out different lines before sticking the one that works for you. When your braking is done, at the moment you're taking the corner, sit down on the front of your seat. In some cases, they could have an apex on the corner with a rut. Try to look for and sit only while reaching the apex. Otherwise, sit at the entrance of the corner, as on the example. Okay, so what I'm going to show you here is the way I'm sitting to take this corner. So as you can see, I'm coming, I'm braking, I'm backward to the bike because I'm in braking position before to take the corner. And as I said, if there is no apex, because here apparently it's flat, so if there is no apex or no ruts or anything, you need to sit when you start cornering. And here, as you can see, I'm braking, I'm backward, and now I'm going to go forward to sit on the front of my bike, and at the moment I'm sitting, I'm going to extend my inside leg. At that moment, I'm pushing my outside leg, I'm extending this one here. I got a moment without acceleration, just to let time the bike to turn, and then after I'm re-accelerating while tilting. It could have been an apex here, for example, a little rut or something, then I would have stand up until here, then after I will have sit here to start accelerating. But if there's no path or nothing in this flat corner, then sit at the entrance of the corner, as explained here. On flat corners, between sitting down and accelerating again, leave time from your bike to run its own. Only then you can start progressively accelerating at the same time as pushing into your outside foot. Pushing on that leg will increase your bike wheel's grip and prevent you from sliding off. Extend your inside leg when you sit to keep the right angle of inclination. Keeping it close to the front wheel hub will help you to stay in your line. Beware of the timing on that. If you extend your legs too early or too late, you might lose the angle. Ideally, you should be sitting and extending your leg almost simultaneously. The wrong way to do it will be to sit and then extend your leg. That's false, because you risk to lose your angle inclination as you are raising your leg at the unwanted moment. Okay guys, I just want to come back this video to show you how to extend your inside leg properly. So as you can see here, I'm coming in braking position, I'm backward, so keep this position when braking. And then I'm still braking from the front brake. As you can see, my front suspension is pushed down. And look at this, when I'm starting to get inside to sit on the front of my bike, I'm extending my inside leg. At the same moment, when I'm going frontward, sitting down, extending my leg. Did you see it? And look at my front suspensions. It's still pushed down, so then I can get the best grip possible with the front wheel, and I'm not going to slip. I'm not going anywhere. I'm on my path. my front leg is next to the front hub. I'm pushing on my outside leg, and the bike is still pushed down until I start accelerating. As you can see here, my suspension get high, and now I'm accelerating. Bring back your feet as soon as you're straight to put the full power of your bike. Stretching your legs is not mandatory, but it could be helpful for you staying on your line. Nowadays, professionals are stretching less and less their leg to get a better grip through. They might not even get the time to do it. But I made an example without the leg to show you. The time we talked before between braking and accelerating help you to reposition yourself to turn your motorbike. So don't overdo it. During that time, just let your bike roll. Sit down up front and stretch your leg, keep some speed, and then start accelerating with a very slight throttle until reaching the maximum speed at the exit of the corner. Only. Okay, I want to come back in this video to show you the little time between sitting down and accelerating. This time will help you to turn. It will help the bike to turn. Look at this. I'm coming standing up, backward, braking. Then I'm sitting forward. And look at this. Between this little time I'm sitting and when I start accelerating, like here, as you can see here, I'm starting accelerating. My bike has already turned. And that's why I can take my turn. Look at this. I'm sitting from right here. I'm sitting on the front right now here. And between here to here, I will let the bike turn. Look at the bike. Right now, it's like that. And then, right now, it's turned. Look at this. It's tilting. The bike is bending. So, I'm now on the right angle to start accelerating because the bike is already turned. So now, I start accelerating until the end. The acceleration needs to be progressive and linear. It has to be smooth, otherwise you're gonna slide and miss your turn. If you accelerate too early or too hard, you will do a mistake, so take your time, it's better. Another advice, when you start sitting down, slide off your butt slightly on the outer end of your seat. Okay, let's come back to the way to sit in a flat corner. Because it's flat, you need to be not axed with your bike in order to tilt your bike as much as you can. So it's why you need to sit slightly outside of your seat. As you can see, I'm not axed with the bike. I'm sitting a little bit on the outside face of the seat. Then I can angle my bike a little bit more. As you can see, it's got a little bit of angle. And here, it's the best way to see it. My bike is turning that way. As you can see, there's a line here. Pardon. Just right now here. And me, I'm like that. Look at this. There's a difference, right? So I'm not axed with the bike. And on a flat corner, the best way to take it in order to angle your bike is to be seated a little bit outside of your seat in order to angle your bike, so not be axed with it. Don't forget to push on your outside peg and start accelerating progressively until the end, where you can come back normal on your bike and accelerate. That's the only corner where you can do that, because your bike will be standing straight, so you need to help it with your body to angle it more. So for this one, you don't necessarily need to align your body with your bike. Once again, it depends on the width of the turn. Do it especially on narrow flat corner. Don't forget to come back normally on your seat to accelerate after half turn. Another note, on a tight corner, open up your exit to gain speed to avoid turning too hard and losing speed. You really need to get always a minimum speed to allow your wheel staying stuck to the ground. Aiming for maximum speed needs to be considered only at the end of the corner and not before, otherwise you will slide. Another technique would be to spin by braking strongly with the rear brake at the beginning of the corner. So for it, come straighter on the inside and voluntarily block your bike wheel to spin and reaccelerate progressively. You will stand on the inner side with a straight bike. so be even more delicate on your throttle when reaccelerating. This will make you stand out of the other line, most likely cleaners, so that might be an option to consider for other corners or for overtaking an opponent. Okay, so to spin in this flat corner, the first thing you need to see is that I'm coming straighter. As you can see, before I was opening the corner, now I'm coming straighter. It will be easier for me to spin right here. And then I'm going to sit, and before to start voluntary blocking the rear wheel, don't forget to clutch, because otherwise you will stall the engine. So I'm blocking the rear wheel right now, as you can see, in order to slide. And to help your bike to slide, you need to be axed with it. The fact to be axed, you will be able to push with your butt on your bike in order to help it to slide, to drift. And then look at this, my rear wheel is still blocked. And now I'm declutching to start reaccelerating and get out the fastest as possible of this flat corner. Okay, and in this example, it's the same thing. I'm coming straight, and what I'm doing is I'm blocking the rear brake as previously, but I can slide a little bit more than previously, and the grass is still very grippy for me. So look at this, I got blocked by the grip, and then I start accelerating again, so I can kind of slide again. And this is what I was telling to you, the fact that you come straighter and you slide here, so you can be out of the main line that is here, so you can maybe got a cleaner line. It can be as well an option to overtaking an opponent, got better lines. That's an option. And then after, be very careful with your opening, with your when you open the throttle, when you accelerate here, take care and avoid to slide. Usually on a flat corner, I try to open widely my corners when entering it, then reaching the apex point to turn as close as to the inner side, and finally open the exit of the corner while accelerating. That prevents me from losing too much speed, but once again, adapt to the different corner you encounter. There's a little time to gain, so try to lose the less you can. What we can say is that I'm coming without engine power. I stop accelerating, I'm braking, and I will wait my bike to turn before to start accelerating on this berm. There is an inside rut, but I'm not taking in, and I will wait to be on the support before to start accelerating again. What I want to say is don't forget to push on your outside legs to get the best grip possible, and to put your feet on tiptoes to get the best feeling, instead to get it on your heel. As you can see here, that's okay. And to finish, I'm opening my exit to get the best to get the best grip possible. Okay, so here is still another example of a flat corner, a narrow flat corner. It's a little bit berm, but it will be the same thing. I'm coming standing up here, and I'm going to sit when I start cornering. Here's the braking point. As you can see, I'm braking from the rear brake here. So the brake here, the braking part will be here, and I will make the bike slide. So it's berm, so I can do it easier than a flat corner on the ground. And I'm starting reaccelerating, and there's no cut between the slide of the braking to the slide of the acceleration. And here, as you can see, I'm moving on the bike, meaning I'm trying to look for the best grip, because when there's a low adherence, don't forget to move on your bike to get the grip and get the momentum. Okay guys, it's already at the end of the flat corner module, so I hope it was useful for you. What I wish you is to progress, take your time, and I see you on the next video.